Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kimone Beckford. Um, Today I want to talk about the value of what we learned in school. Um, what we were taught in school, if it really has any impact on our lives as adults. Personally, I think, well, now I know better. Before I thought it was the greatest thing and it's the thing to do. Um, I think school is for socializing and creating depth for yourself. Um, I wrote down a few things that um, I thought, well, I think schools and our parents and the little that they know or from what they learned in school, that it's bad for us. You didn't learn how to create any kind of wealth in school. To think that school is education, um, college is a higher level of education, and that it will teach you how to make money, but it really doesn't in some aspects. You rack up this huge $10,000 school fee, and you might never be able to pay it. You go to work every day, you make $100,000 a year. By the time the government takes their cut out of it, and you pay your bills, you're not saving anything. You're left with pretty much nothing. So when the year is done, your 100 grand is gone, and you have nothing to show for it. You trade time for dollars every day, but your dollar is not working for you. We were never taught how to make our dollars work for us. We never learned how to raise capital. We were never taught that we need to have businesses. We were always taught to work for someone else that has a business. What made them think of getting a business? Like, what did they learn differently than us? What did the rich dads teach their sons and daughters that our parents didn't teach us? You know, our parents in schools, they taught us to go to banks for loans and take out credit cards and rack up this huge debt that we might never be able to pay back. We were never taught to invest. Like, investing is, I think, the way of life. Like, if you're not investing, you will never have the quality of life that you seek. You'll forever be working for someone else and making bare minimal, and they're the only ones that's getting rich. The only people that are getting rich is people that own businesses, not workers. When you work, you tend to spend all the money that you work and put it back into things that will never profit you in liabilities, which I'll get to in a second. We were taught to trade time for dollars. That's just crazy thinking. Like, there's only 24 hours in a day. How much time can you trade for dollars? That means you're limited to how much you can make because you only got 24 hours. And you need to sleep, you need personal time, you need time for your children and your family. So that leaves you with probably 15, 16 hours. How much can you do? Our parents, they don't know anything about wealth. So how do we get this information? Where does it come from? You can't even look to school. Where do you get it from? Did you learn any type of skills in school that would teach you, like, how to use your creativity? Like, what did you learn in school that will help you as an adult? You didn't really learn anything in school that will help you. And I always thought of that. I always thought, like, what does 2 plus 2 have to do with, I'm sorry, 2 plus 2 is logic. But I mean, X plus Y. How can you use that in the real world? And then they make you seem like you're so dumb because you don't know what X plus Y really is. So, I don't understand, like, when will we start to teach our children differently? Like, I'm not saying pull your children out of school, but also while you self educate yourself, you should be encouraging your children to learn what you're learning. And if they learn it now, imagine so when they're 22, they'll be well ahead of their class, they'll be well ahead of their peers. You know what I mean? Did you learn anything about making money, saving, and investing in school? I didn't. I really, really didn't. So, I don't know. School, now that I think about it, it's just a money making thing for the government and the banks, and they're just getting like super rich from poor people that were not taught differently. You didn't even learn how to break the cycle from your parents. You know, you carry on with the same mentality. You have to get up early in the morning. You cannot be late and go into someone else's business and make them rich. And that's what we grew up and saw our parents doing. So that is what we are inevitably going to do until we self educate and get it together. Um, yeah, you have to teach your children to break that cycle. It starts with you, and you teach your children to be like you. Um, we were taught to work hard and work harder so that we can get more money. We were never taught to use our little money to make more money. Your money can make you more money no matter how little it is. You can use the little you have today and start somewhere. You have to start in order to gain. You cannot, my boyfriend always tells me, what it is that he says, you're living someone else's dream, you're making someone else richer. What about you? You know, use your creativity, use your imagination, use your mind. Like, time does not equal money. You know what I mean? Money equals more money. And if I had learned that when I was a teenager, I would be well ahead right now. I'd be a millionaire by now. But I'm just learning these facts, and it dawned on me like, wow, I really, really have to teach this to my 15-year-old. Most of us were taught to buy liabilities and thinking, oh, it's an asset. What really is an asset? What do you call asset? You know? Asset is something that brings you more money. Your house that you live in, it's not an asset. Your car that you drive, it's really not an asset. You just bought a brand new phone, that's not an asset. An asset is a business. An asset is stocks and bonds. An asset is real estate, and I don't mean real estate that you live in. I mean real estate that you rent out or you sell or whatever. But as long as you're making money from it, then it's considered an asset. As far as using your creativity too, find a problem. Like, there's so much that other people are not aware of that you can enlighten them and they will buy it from you. Find a problem, create a solution, solve the problem with either a product or a service, and you can profit significantly from that, because people will buy from you once they trust that you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about, and it's that simple. Savers are losers. If you're a saver in 2018, you're losing. A better way to handle your money is to invest it. Invest in yourself, invest in other in properties, invest in other things that will bring you an income, and that's an asset. If you're saving and keeping the money in the bank, you don't have any, because it's limited right there. It's stuck right in your pocket. But if you invest in yourself and invest in assets, it'll come right back to you right around. The value of the dollar has gone down and the prices of everything has gone up. That's inflation. You know, inflation is like so high right now. A better option than to save is invest. Invest, invest, invest. I cannot stress that enough. And focus on activities that will build asset. We were not taught these things in school. We were not taught how to gain, success and um, gain riches, or gain anything of value, you know, when it comes on to a better life. And self-educate, read books, go on the internet, go on YouTube. Like, everything is on YouTube. Google everything. I Google everything all day long. I'm Googling something else because I want to know more. The more you know is the more you grow, and the more you learn is the more you will earn. And I will end on that note. Again, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. And thank you for watching. Have a good night.